Okay, Pina, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Canada. It's Toronto, Canada, isn't that correct?
It is, it is.
Yeah, very, very good. Well, listen, you have quite an incredible story. So I'm just going to let you get it right into tell it. Tell us a little bit about where you were before Asea came into your life and what happened to you.
Oh, what happened to me? So let's go. You gave me an hour, right? So we can start about 40 years back. So about 40 years ago, I was suffering from a very common skin condition where I used topical creams very sparingly. Didn't really impact my life. I had it on my face, my scalp, a few other places, not a big deal. But fast forward to 4 years ago, I noticed my eyebrows and my hair was thinning on the side. So I thought I'd seek some medical attention. And that's when I couldn't find anything wrong. They couldn't see anything wrong. So they relied on their script, their typical script of topical creams. So I started using those creams for about 6 months. They got stronger and stronger over time. And then I didn't notice any results and I was getting severe headaches. So I had to stop. And once I stopped, I started getting these spots on my skin, very much like the spots that I was experiencing 4 years ago that I was keeping under control. So I used those topical creams that I had been used to try and tame these spots that were just spreading and spreading. But it seemed to be that I was using so much of it that I couldn't control the spread. And after about a year's time, I was covered, my whole torso and my face was covered. So at that time, I saw a video of a woman that was describing the exact same symptoms I was going through, and then some. And there's a lot of them. I'm just giving you the short list. And it turns out that it's a skin condition that's caused by the very topical creams that are prescribed for the original thing. So I had used those topicals to try and grow hair. So a little bit different, but anyhow, so I ceased that my old trustworthy 40-year-old topical cream, and my symptoms intensified 100 times more. My skin was so, it started to peel, it started to turn burning red, it was intensely itchy, it was sensitive to the touch. I would experience things like nerve zingers where you'd have shooting pains here and there throughout your body. And it was bad that I had to go to bed with ice packs to sort of numb the itchy areas, to cool down my body. And I also limited my showers because water stung so bad, it felt like a million paper cuts. And so needless to say, I had to be careful even scratching because I would scratch my skin open and it would bleed and ooze. So needless to say, I fell into a depression and I didn't want to be seen by anyone. I was embarrassed by my appearance because it was all here in my face.
Pina,
and
with your permission, I think it would be good to show people what we're actually talking about.
Yeah.
Let me just go back to a full screen here. And this is what you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah. So on the left is my, what I would call, well, it's some, yeah, that was a monster face to me. I was so embarrassed of that look. And it followed me everywhere I went. I couldn't do anything about it. I tried to find some solutions, but I wasn't very successful at it. But it really did halt my social life and everything. I did join a Facebook group that helped a little bit, but it also discouraged me because I saw other people suffering from the same thing for 6, 8, 10 years. And I thought, I can't be going through this long. And they actually, I was lucky because I was only half covered. There were people that were fully covered, full body, and there were even babies. So yeah.
I've actually spoiled the punchline here because you've got an after picture here. This before picture is February 2022. You were introduced to Asea in July. So the second picture is 7 months after using our technology. So, and obviously people can see you now going, gosh, you're beautiful. There's quite a transformation here. So obviously things worked out well. I'm going to go back full screen here and take the picture down. But so tell us about then how you were introduced to Asea.
Yeah, so that before picture, I was in that state for about 1.5 years, but about 13 months after this all started, I went to a winery to do a wine tasting, although I couldn't drink because I was trying to limit certain things so I didn't itch and scratch my skin right off. And so there were other couples there, and I had to address the elephant in the room. And I basically said, I'm not drinking, I'm on a wine tour, but I'm not drinking because I have this skin condition. And then Tina's husband, Tony, stepped up and said, oh, Tina had the same problem, and she's drinking some liquid and she's doing really well now. So after the end of the tour, Tina and I spoke. She handed me a gel and she told me about the Redox. And I asked her, is it all natural? I did not want any chemicals. I was done. And she assured me it's all natural, native to the body. You don't need to worry about anything. So I called her a week later. She helped me order the product online. She was so kind to send me home with a bottle because I was too impatient and I needed help ASAP. And so I went home and I started drinking the 2 and 2 recommended. Month 1 and month 2, didn't see any results. Month 2, I started taking the Via Biome as recommended by Aviva and Tina. And then month 3, I was ready to throw in the towel, but Tina helped me stay on course. And I flooded my system with more Redox. And then one of my colleagues at work said, hey, whatever you're doing to your skin, keep doing it. And I thought, what does she see that I don't see? Because I don't see any improvement. Every day I wake up, I look in the mirror and I don't recognize that person in the mirror. And it turns out that I thought, oh, I'm spraying the Redox on my face because I couldn't use the gel. It bothered me. And the Redox was more soothing. So I kept on spraying that on my face. And at the 3.5 month mark, so I'd say maybe about 3 weeks after that comment, I started getting 5 days of decent skin. It wasn't stellar, but it was decent. Then I'd go back to the burning, flaking stage. And this went on for about another 3 months where the good periods of skin were stretched longer and the bad periods were shorter. And by month 6, I started to use the Renew 28, which everybody says, use the Renew 28, but I couldn't use it because it was bothersome. But by month 6, it did.
Even taking a shower would
taking a shower was, yes, yeah, it was painful. Very uncomfortable.
And so the Renew, even though Renew is, all natural product.
Oh, it's all natural. And like I said, by month 6, I was able to tolerate it. And as soon as I was able to use that, because you got to understand, I was so raw, like cracks and wrinkles and elephant skin, and it was on fire. So by month 6, going through those ebbs and flows of good and bad, I was able to put the Redox on, and I was doing it every day by month 6. And in a month's time, I noticed my lines were going, the texture was smoother. And then by month 7, I was good, man.
Yeah, we saw your month 7 picture there. Mm-hmm. Absolutely incredible story. I don't love the fact for you that the first 3 months were frustrating, that you didn't see necessarily these amazing results straight away. But I do love it for people listening here because yes, my wife had a 24-hour experience with our technology.
Oh, I wish.
But that's an outlier, and yeah. It's so important, that people understand, gosh, just persevere with this. Your body knows what to do with these molecules. They know how to put them to work for your greater good. We just got to give our body time to respond. And, we often.
And I'm so grateful for my team to cheer me on and keep me going because like Tina was so good. She was so sensitive to my situation. So it showed so much love and compassion, and really just very calm about it. And I'm so grateful to her for that.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, I know a couple of other little things that you noticed along the way. Obviously, this is the big thing, but you did notice some other things on your 7-month journey here.
Yes. So it's funny, because when you're obsessed over your skin and that's all you're looking at, and you're looking at every little inch to see if anything improves, you don't notice the other stuff. So I had to be told, hey, Pina, what's going on with your hair? Your hair looks darker. Are you dyeing it? I said, no. My energy level is like no other. I don't have lower back pain. My anxiety is lower. It's just been, and I'm waiting for more. So my eyebrows in the side of my hair is still MIA.
Yeah.
But I will, I'm continuing to use the Renew 28 gel, and I'm seeing some little sprouts coming up. So I've gone full circle, Alan.
Very cool. Very, very cool. I'm just going to show here, you sent me this. And so 2018, you can see your hair getting darker there, 2019. And then things started, going really badly for you with the skin. And then in 2023, you can see these are all your natural color, the natural color coming back to your hair there.
Yeah, so because I had the skin condition on my scalp, I stopped dyeing my hair a long time ago. So 2018, I'm starting to age. And then 2019, I got this nice white coat that people would dye their hair to get white. I didn't understand why. And then 2023, I'm like totally dark. It's unbelievable to me. And I just discovered that when you asked me for my profile picture, honestly.
Yeah,
no.
Well, this is what I think is quite astonishing right here, the transformation.
Thank you.
Hey, I just really want to thank you, Pina, for having the courage to come on here, share your story, allow me to share the pictures. I know.
Thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate it. And I just want to give a shout out to Tina, because it's Tina's birthday today. Happy birthday, Tina. Thank you for pulling me out of such a dark, dark space. I'm so very grateful. So very grateful.
I love it. Hey, thank you, Pina. I do need to say to everybody here on the line, of course, our technology, Asea Redox Renew 28, is not a treatment or cure for any disease or medical condition. We are simply giving our body these powerful signaling molecules. And as I said earlier, our body knows exactly how to put them to work for our greater good. So thank you again, Pina, and really, really appreciate you giving up some time.
Thank you. Thanks, Alan. Appreciate it.
Okay.